Jason Voorhees is one of the most iconic characters in the horror genre. He is also one of the most powerful, not just for his monstrous size, but also for his pure brute strength. Many actors have portrayed Jason Voorhees over the 12 Friday the 13th films. In this video, we'll undertake a size comparison of Jason Voorhees from every Friday the 13th film to determine which Jason is the biggest. This is the Jason Voorhees Friday the 13th size comparison. Subscribe to this channel for more horror character analysis videos. Number 21. We'll start things off when Jason was young and as a result his smallest. In Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, released in 1989, Tim Merkovich, at 10 years old, portrayed child Jason standing 4 foot and 9 inches or 1.46 meters tall. Number 20. At 12 years old, Spencer Stump portrayed child Jason in Freddy vs. Jason, released in 2003, standing 5 foot 1 inch or 1.56 meters tall. Number 19. In the original Friday the 13th, released in 1980, 14-year-old Ari Lehman played child Jason, standing 5 foot 2 inches or 1.57 meters tall. Number 18. Also in the original Friday the 13th, Jason's mother, Pamela Voorhees, is found to be the killer, seeking revenge for Jason's death.
How are you? Well, I'm Mrs. Voorhees.
Jason drowned in 1957, and Pamela blames his death on the counselors at Camp Crystal Lake who were supposed to be watching him. Pamela is played by the late Betsy Palmer, standing 5 foot 7 inches or 1.7 meters tall. Number 17. In Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, released in 1986, 3 actors played Jason Voorhees. The shortest of the 3 is Christopher Swift, standing 5 foot 11 inches or 1.8 meters tall, who only played Jason in the opening scene. Number 16. In Friday the 13th Part 2, released in 1981, Steve Daskowitz, aka Dash, was the stuntman for Jason, standing 5 foot 11 or 1.8 meters tall. Number 15. In the opening scene of Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, released in 1985, Johnny Hawk portrays Jason, standing 6 foot or 1.83 meters tall. Number 14. Also in Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, Roy Burns, or Imposter Jason, is found to be the killer, pretending to be Jason Voorhees. Roy Burns is played by Dick Wind, standing 6 foot or 1.83 meters tall. Number 13. The second biggest actor to play Jason in Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, is Dan Bradley, standing 6 foot and a half inches or 1.84 meters tall, who plays Jason in the paintball scene. Number 12. In Friday the 13th Part 2, Jason, when unmasked, is portrayed by Warrington Gillette, standing 6 foot 1 inch or 1.85 meters tall. Number 11. In Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, except for the opening scene, Jason is portrayed by Tom Bolger, standing 6 foot 1.5 inches or 1.87 meters tall. Number 10. The biggest of the 3 actors to play Jason in Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, is C.J. Graham, standing 6 foot 3 inches or 1.91 meters tall. Number 9. In Friday the 13th Part 3, released in 1982, Richard Brooker portrayed Jason, also standing 6 foot 3 inches or 1.91 meters tall. Numbers 8 to 4. Now, for the next biggest actor, there is a bit of controversy as to the legitimacy of his height. He was billed standing 6 foot 4 inches or 1.93 meters tall. However, numerous online sources have stated that he was actually around 6 foot 2 inches or 1.88 meters tall. He is also the most well-known actor to portray Jason Voorhees, having donned the hockey mask in 4 Friday the 13th films and the Friday the 13th video game. This is the iconic Kane Hodder. As he was originally listed standing 6 foot 4 inches tall, we will use this height for our analysis, taking into account that he had risers in his boots that would have added a couple of inches in height when playing Jason. Kane Hodder portrayed Jason in Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, released in 1988. Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, released in 1989. Part 9, Jason Goes to Hell, released in 1993. Jason X, released in 2002, and the Friday the 13th, the game, released in 2017.
Ted! Hey, Ted, where the hell's corkscrew?
Number 3. In Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter, released in 1984, Jason is played by Ted White, standing a legitimate 6 foot 4 inches or 1.93 meters tall. Number 2. The second largest actor to portray Jason is Derek Mears, standing an insane 6 foot 5 inches or 1.96 meters tall in the Friday the 13th, 2009 remake.
Right, dude.
Number 1, and the biggest actor to ever portray Jason Voorhees is Ken Kersinger, also standing at a massive 6 foot 5 inches or 1.96 meters tall in the 2003 Freddy vs. Jason. However, Ken is noted to be wearing huge 3-inch risers in the film, which would have made him closer to 6 foot and 9 inches tall, and why he takes the top place.